Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Chill English channel. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Jake. Today, we have something very exciting. We're talking about how to make English part of your daily life.
Many learners feel stuck. They watch English videos, memorize words, learn grammar, but when it's time to speak, they freeze.
You understand the words in your head, but your mouth doesn't move. That's normal if English is something you only study occasionally.
The key is not how many hours you study, but how naturally English fits into your daily routine.
Think about it like visiting a new country. You can learn words from a book, but if you never live in that environment, you feel like a tourist. That's how English feels if it's not part of your day.
And the goal today is to help you make English feel natural, to make your brain and your life start thinking in English every day.
But before we go any further, please like this video and subscribe to the Chill English channel if you want more easy and fun English tips.
And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. All right, now let's dive in. Let's start with a simple picture. Imagine you spend just 10 minutes each day listening to an English podcast while having coffee. After 1 month, that's 5 hours of English without extra effort. After 6 months, it's over 30 hours.
That's the power of small, consistent practice. Daily exposure is far more effective than occasional long sessions.
Habits are key. Your brain loves repetition. Short, regular practice sticks better than one long session once in a while.
Think about riding a bicycle. If you ride once a week, you forget. If you ride every day, even for a few minutes, you improve naturally. English works the same way.
And there's more. Daily English doesn't just build skill. It changes how you see yourself. Your brain starts identifying you as someone who uses English naturally.
Yes, that shift is huge. You stop thinking, I'm a student struggling with English, and start thinking, I'm someone who uses English every day. That makes speaking, listening, and understanding much easier.
So what does daily English actually look like? It's simple. While drinking coffee, listen to a short podcast. While cooking, think of the words for the ingredients. While commuting, listen to English music or a story.
And remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. Even 5 or 10 minutes counts. What matters is consistency.
Daily English also reduces fear. Many learners feel nervous because they treat English as special or difficult. But if you hear and use English every day, it feels normal.
Normal is the key. When English feels normal, you stop overthinking. Your brain relaxes and fluency grows naturally.
Here's a small challenge for today. Pick one moment, your coffee break, brushing teeth, or walking, and add a short English activity. Listen, read, or speak a few sentences.
Don't wait for the perfect time. Start now, even with something tiny. This is your first step to making English part of your life.
And in next part, we'll show you practical strategies to add English into every part of your day, at home, at work, and in free time.
So stay tuned. You're already on your way to thinking, speaking, and living in English every day.
Let's move forward together and make English a natural part of your life. Welcome back, everyone. If you've joined us from part 1, you already know why daily English matters and how small, consistent habits can change your brain.
That's right. Part 1 was about the why. Now, in Part 2, we're going to talk about The how. How to actually add English into your everyday life so it becomes natural.
Let's start with the morning routine. Mornings are great because your brain is fresh. While drinking coffee or breakfast, listen to a short English podcast or some music. Even 5 or 10 minutes is enough to start your day in English.
And don't stop there. While brushing your teeth, you can describe what you're doing in English. For example, I am brushing my teeth. I am rinsing my mouth. It sounds simple, but your brain starts connecting English with daily actions.
Exactly. And when you get dressed, name the clothes or accessories in English. I am putting on my shirt. I am wearing my shoes. These small exercises make English a natural part of your life.
Another great time is during your commute. If you're walking, listening to music, or taking public transport, switch one song or podcast to English. Or listen to a short story while walking. Your brain begins associating English with movement and activity.
And if you drive, you can still listen to English podcasts or even repeat sentences quietly in your head. It's all about exposure. The more your brain hears English, the more it absorbs without stress.
Let's talk about work or study time. You can label your tasks in English. Write your to-do list in English, or describe what you are doing. I am writing an email. I am checking my schedule. These small habits connect English to real tasks.
And it's not only about words, it's also about thinking in English. Try to describe your plans, feelings, or ideas silently in English. I will go shopping. I feel happy today. It trains your brain to process English naturally.
Free time is perfect too. Watching movies, reading articles, or even short stories in English is very helpful. But don't just watch passively. Try repeating phrases or saying what characters do in English.
Another tip is labeling things at home. Sticky notes with words on your fridge, doors, or mirrors help you memorize vocabulary naturally. For example, fridge, mirror, door. Every time you see it, your brain remembers the word.
And don't forget meals. While cooking, narrate the steps in English. I am chopping vegetables. I am boiling water. I am stirring the soup. Simple sentences repeated every day make English part of your routine.
One more important idea is combining English with your hobbies. If you like drawing, write the names of colors or objects in English. If you like sports, describe your moves or strategies in English. Whatever you do, attach English to it.
And here's the key point. Don't overwhelm yourself. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there is enough. The brain loves regular short exposure. Consistency beats long sessions.
Also, mix listening, speaking, and thinking in English. Don't just read, don't just listen. Say sentences, repeat words, and think in English. That way, your brain starts connecting all skills naturally.
Remember, you're training your brain to think in English. The goal is not perfection, it's daily practice. Even small, simple sentences repeated every day are powerful.
And here's a little challenge for you today. Choose 3 daily moments, morning coffee, commuting, or cooking, and add a small English activity in each. Just 5 minutes per activity is already a huge step.
That's right. The more you attach English to your normal routine, the more natural it becomes. You're turning your daily life into an English practice playground.
And when you do this consistently, you'll notice something amazing. English will stop feeling like a subject and start feeling like a part of your world.
Which brings us perfectly to part 3. In the next section, we'll talk about how to stay consistent, keep motivated, and make these habits last for months and years.
Exactly. If part 1 was the why, part 2 was the how, part 3 will be the lasting results.
So, keep practicing and get ready to make your English routine unstoppable in part 3.
All right, friends. Now, if you followed us through part 1 and part 2, you already understand why daily English is so important and how to add it into your everyday life with simple habits.
Exactly. And this last part is about the most important step: staying consistent, keeping your motivation, and making sure English becomes a part of your life forever, not just for a few days or weeks.
Let's be honest. Everyone feels excited at the beginning. You start practicing, you feel motivated, but after a week or two, life gets busy and it's easy to stop. That's completely normal.
Yes, and that's why we need real strategies to stay on track. The first one is keep it small. If you try to do 1 hour every day, you'll probably give up. But if you aim for just 5 or 10 minutes, it's easy to continue.
Another strategy is habit stacking. That means connecting English with something you already do. For example, if you drink tea every morning, listen to a short English podcast during that time. You're not creating a new habit. You're adding English to an existing one.
I love that. And another powerful tip is making it fun. If you only focus on grammar or boring drills, you'll get tired. Instead, use English for things you enjoy: music, games, movies, or even funny YouTube shorts.
And don't forget to measure progress in a smart way. Progress isn't only about test scores or finishing a textbook. Progress is also when you understand a song better or when you remember a word automatically. Celebrate those small wins.
Another great one is accountability. Tell a friend about your English routine or join an online community. When you share your goals, you feel more responsible, and it's easier to continue.
And here's something that really works. Reward yourself. After practicing English for a week, give yourself a small reward. Maybe a treat, maybe watching your favorite movie guilt-free. Rewards train your brain to connect English with positive feelings.
Let's also talk about mistakes. Many learners feel bad when they make mistakes, but mistakes are actually proof of progress. If you never make mistakes, you're not pushing yourself enough.
Exactly. Think about how children learn their first language. They make mistakes all the time, but they don't quit. They laugh, they try again, and eventually they become fluent. You should do the same.
Another important tip is flexibility. Life is not perfect. Some days you'll be busy or tired. That's fine. If you can't do 10 minutes, do 2 minutes. Read 1 sentence. Repeat 1 phrase. Small actions are still progress.
And the most powerful strategy of all? Identity. Don't just say, I am learning English. Say, I am an English speaker. When you see yourself as someone who speaks English, your brain and actions begin to align with that identity.
That's powerful. Identity shapes habits. If you believe you're an English speaker, you'll naturally find ways to practice daily, just like brushing your teeth or drinking water. It becomes part of who you are.
And remember, fluency is not about speed. It's about consistency. Daily practice builds momentum, and momentum builds fluency.
So here's the big picture. Part 1 explained why your brain needs daily English. Part 2 showed you how to add English into your daily routine. And Part 3 gives you the tools to keep going long term.
If you put all of this together, your English won't just improve, it will transform. You'll think faster, speak more naturally, and feel confident in real conversations.
And one day, you'll realize something amazing. You're not just studying English anymore, you're simply living your life, and English is a natural part of it.
That's the goal, to live in English, to feel free, confident, and connected.
And before we close, we want to remind you, please, please, please like this video and subscribe to the Chill English channel. Your support helps us keep creating free lessons to guide you on this journey.
Thank you for being here. You're not just a learner, You are part of a community of people who believe in growing every single day.
So keep practicing, stay consistent, trust the process, and remember, fluency is built one small habit at a time.
That's all for today, friends. Keep speaking, keep listening, keep thinking in English, and most importantly, enjoy the journey.
We'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, live your life in English.